This week, we're tasting our way through the state and trying some of Vermont's most famous foods. Follow along as we drive the scenic Route 100 and enjoy apple cider donuts, Ben & Jerry's, maple syrup, and more. Today we are taking the scenic byway in Vermont called Route 100 all the way down from Stowe to Woodstock, and along the way we're gonna stop at some really cool places that are known for some of their famous Vermont food. So our first stop is the Vermont Artisan Coffee and Coffee Bar. It's about 10 a.m. so we're gonna get a coffee to start, and then there's quite a few cool food stops along the way, so we're really gonna get to sample some classic Vermont food today.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a foodies day, I guess.
Yeah, we're gonna have to I feel like it's gonna be more like samples, having to space it out and everything, but I'm excited. And we're also, so it's a 2-for-1 kind of day, because we're getting to try some of the famous food, but also we're getting to take the really pretty scenic drive, Route 100. If you've never heard of Route 100, it's pretty much the scenic drive to take through Vermont. So we're actually staying right off of it, so we've seen part of it, but we're gonna get to see a lot more of it today as we drive down. So cool. All right, let's get our bellies ready for some eating. Got the first goods, right?
Yeah.
So since we're in Vermont, I decided to try a maple latte, and I believe it's made with locally made maple syrup, so it should be good. So the Vermont Artisan Coffee Place, the building is actually huge, but the actual coffee bar you walk in to get your drink is like super small, because most of the facility is these really, really large coffee roasters. So they must distribute out to nationwide, I would assume. And they actually do, we were reading that they do classes there, so they do like barista classes, roasting classes, and I couldn't get into the facility, but I was trying to like lean in, peek through the window and get some footage, and the coffee roasters are huge.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I remember the ones at the Savannah Coffee Company, and these were like 10 times bigger than that, so this must be a pretty large operation here. But we're about to get back on Route 100 and head to the next little food stop. Also, one thing about the food stops too is most of them are right in the Stowe area, and so it's kind of like food stop, 1 minute later, food stop, 1 minute later, food stop, and then just like scenic drive for a while. So we're gonna hit all the food. We're having to hit all the food like before noon today.
All right, our next stop is the cold Hollow Cider Mill. So here we're gonna get to try some apples, some apple cider, apple donuts, everything apple. So
yeah, and we're only about 30 seconds away from the coffee place.
You could have walked. So we're gonna run in, see what all they got.
I think the apple cider donuts are what I've been most excited to try out of everything today. So I'm excited. That's gonna be our breakfast, I think.
Cool.
It does.
Throwing apple turnovers in there, they're making them.
Oh, cool. This is an apple wonderland. You know what this reminds me of, Mom? This reminds me of the Apple House we would always stop at when we went down to Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
Because they had apple.
And it smelled just like this.
It does, and they have apple donuts too. What's that, Will?
Vermont maple cocoa. She loves her hot chocolate.
I know. Here you go, Will. We can all get matching pajamas for the rest of this day.
That would be funny.
Wouldn't this be... So Will's family always does matching pajamas for Christmas. Wouldn't it be funny to have like a onesie like that?
Yeah.
So this was the brand of maple syrup that was in my coffee this morning. Run amok. So that place was like super busy when we went in. The line was really long, and we were waiting for like maybe 2 minutes. So they keep it rolling in there. But we got some apple cider donuts here to try. So here goes the first taste test.
Good.
See, I like them because they're not too sweet. You can kind of tell like they're more of the cakey style donut. Honestly, it almost tastes like the batter, or like it almost has like a muffin consistency. Yeah, but it's actually good because it's not too sweet. I feel like Will won't like it as much because I know he likes it sweeter. So no, I like it. And I got some hot cider. So they had regular hot cider. They had the apple cider donuts. They had cider slushies.
Yeah.
And the weirdest one of all was a cider hot dog.
Alright.
I was like, it's okay. I don't need to try a cider hot dog. I don't feel like they sell that many of those. Alright, everyone has to do a taste test. Do it for the vlog, Daddy.
He said he has no problem.
There's your donut.
Thank you.
It's got a golden hair on it.
Oh, wow.
Gotta look at the vlog. Give your honest opinion.
I don't even think you tasted it yet.
It is good.
Most people chew it and then give a comment, not just bite into it and be like,
As soon as it hits my lips, I know it's good.
God, you're so weird.
Tell us what it tastes like.
It tastes like, I'm not sure, but it's good.
I told Will it was almost like a muffin, kind of like it's almost like a muffin in a donut shape. Pretend you're on Food Network and you gotta describe the dish you just made.
It's nice and tender.
Tender. There's a
Nice
steak.
to the soft to the touch. Nice aroma to it. Nice and airy.
Hairy.
Not hairy. Airy.
Maybe a little hairy from Tucker.
Maybe. Tastes a little bit like an apple.
But it's not even like a real, like I was expecting it to be like a real strong apple taste, and it's kind of light. All right, what's our next stop? Cheese, I think.
Cheese. Cheese?
Cheese.
Cheese.
Say cheese.
Say cheese.
Cheese. Cheese, please.
Somebody's tired
He
today.
was enjoying laying on his flat.
Oh, you CB, please don't record me, Mommy. I'm trying to take a nap and you're being disrespectful. Tucker, do you like being in the car? No, I don't. I really wish you'd just let me at home, honestly. I don't need a donut. I don't need any cheese. I just want to go home.
I wonder
Poor
if we left
Tug.
him there, what he would have done.
Barked. Our next stop is probably the most visited attraction in all of Vermont. It's the original Ben & Jerry's factory, and right off Route 100, and it's still a functioning factory. It makes about 350,000 pints of Ben & Jerry's ice cream a day. So they're doing tours here where you can tour the whole factory. They're not doing it right now because of COVID. I think it's going to resume January of 2022. But we're still going to go, and they have the scoop shop open so you can go and try some ice cream. And they have a flavor graveyard with a lot of the like ice cream flavors that didn't make the cut to produce. So we're going to go and see some of those as well. This is so Tucker in the car today. It looks just like him too.
It does.
Are we there yet, Daddy? Please, I'm sick and tired of all this blabbing. Alright, we finally got our ice cream. I ordered a scoop of the half-baked, which is actually Ben & Jerry's most popular flavor. What'd you get, Daddy?
I got butter pecan.
That's like your favorite that you always get, isn't it?
It's definitely one of my favorites.
And then what'd you get, Will?
Milk and cookies.
What's that, like Oreo?
I think more like a chocolate chip cookie.
Oh, okay. That sounds good.
And what did I get? Nothing.
What did Tucker get?
He got some of butter pecan.
He's getting some butter pecan.
You're getting a free sample?
without the pecans. Okay?
Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, goody. Maybe I don't mind this road trip today. It was the first last clean. Is that good, John?
You approve Tuck?
Tucker, I think they could put that cup back on the shelf to use after you're done with it. It's so clean.
Is that it? That good? You get the last
no,
one?
there's a little bit in the crack still. Okay,
Hold
that
on.
might be good.
Try this.
Oh wait, no, there's more.
Looks clean to me, Tuck.
Tucker, we should set up a stand for you so everyone who's done with their ice cream, you'll take free donations.
Free cup cleaning.
Free cup cleaning, yeah. So one stop that we didn't make that was right before Ben & Jerry's is the Cabot Cheese Annex, which it's definitely not where they like manufacture the Cabot cheese. Maybe it was like the first store. We didn't stop there because we're actually going somewhere later today where we're gonna get to try a lot of Vermont cheese, and so we decided we'd table our cheese experience until later. But
we'll get enough later.
yeah, if you guys are doing this Route 100, you might want to make the Cabot Cheese Annex like one of your stops. It's literally right between the cider place and Ben & Jerry's. Now we're heading up the steps to the flavor graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
When I read about a flavor graveyard, I'm thinking like it's just gonna be like a section in the factory with like the flavors they never used.
Right.
No, it's up. I think it's like a literal graveyard
I think so.
with like tombstones for the flavors. I don't know how I feel about kids running around a flavor graveyard playing. This feels like a very solemn place. Devil's Food Chocolate, I would have eaten that.
I know.
Purple passion fruit, yeah, I would have passed on that. Chocolate comfort. Oh, you know what it was? These are probably like retired flavors.
No, retired, dead.
Dead. Dead.
One of my dad's favorite flavors is fish food. I haven't seen it in a while, so I'm wondering if it's
No,
here.
it's one of the most popular ones. They
Oh,
still
is
have
it?
Yeah.
And we never see it at the grocery store anymore. Maybe
Yeah.
it's just sold out.
Okay, look, Vermonty Python. Wavy gravy. Turtle soup. Fossil fuel. The witch. Oh, it's supposed to be like ice cream sandwich. Oatmeal cookie chunk. Pina colada. Cake batter. How are they gonna retire cake batter?
Right.
2008 to 2016.
That might be the most recent retiree.
Cake batter. Dead.
Dead.
Mission to Marzipan. Kaberry Kaboom. Oh my gosh.
Oh my.
Sweaty balls. Have you seen the SNL skit for Sweaty Balls?
Yeah.
I will never forget that when I was in high school, I was in journalism class, and our teacher, when he was out, he would just leave us like SNL clips to just like watch for with our substitute. And the one that was like always got me was Sweaty Balls. If you guys haven't seen that, you gotta go watch Sweaty Balls. Peanuts, popcorn, making whoopie pie. Nice. Boston cream pie. Neapolitan dynamite, that's funny. Chocolate peppermint crunch. Holy cannoli. Peanut butter me up. Bovinity divinity. Ethan almond. Peanut butter and jelly. I love some of their names here. Ethan almond. Cool Britannia. Ms. Jelena sweet potato pie. Dastardly mash. Urban jumble. Creme brulee. Guys, Will doesn't like that I'm doing every single one, but somebody's got to show you all the dead flavors. Rainforest crunch. This is nuts. Oh, pears.
I eat pears now. Shout out to all the pear.
That's gonna say, oh, well, soon. If we keep doing all of them.
Fresh Georgia peach. White Russian. Economic crunch. Economic crunch. What a cluster. That's my jam. Chocolate chip cookie dough frozen yogurt. Yeah, nobody wants frozen yogurt. Aloha macadamia. Dave Matthews Band's magic brownies. Honey, I'm home. Coconut almond fudge chip.
Look, that one died 3 times. It's been resuscitated.
It's been reincarnated. And that wraps up all the dead flavors. Will was really happy that we shared them all with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are now at Glen Falls, which is the most photographed waterfall in Vermont. And it's right off of Route 100, so there's like a short little walking trail to get to it. And my parents actually already saw it because they took this road on the way to Vermont. So this is gonna be our first time seeing it.
Cool. And it looks like there's another golden up there.
So pretty here. All these leaves are falling. Feels like it's like raining leaves. I feel like I'm in like a little like wonderland, like a movie set. Takavia, what you doing, baby? Oh, what you doing, baby? I'll be right back up, okay? So we made it to Woodstock yesterday when we were driving down Route 100, but we got in there a little late and things kind of close early in Vermont, I think, especially this time of year. Yeah. So we kind of like missed the cut. We went over to a maple farm, but they were kind of like closing up. So we're gonna finish out our food tour today. We came over to Montpelier, Vermont, which is the capital city of Vermont, actually. And it's a cute little town. We're gonna walk around a little bit and we're gonna have lunch at this restaurant called Skinny Pancake, which is a small chain that has mostly locations in Vermont, I think one in New York, but they specialize in crepes. So they do savory and sweet crepes. So I already had my eye on a savory crepe they do that's really Vermont themed. Yeah. So we're gonna go have some lunch and check that place out. In true Vermont fashion, I ordered the Johnny Crepe, which has Vermont maple barbecue pulled pork, maple barbecue sauce, caramelized onions, and cabbage cheddar in a cornmeal crepe. And Will got a cheeseburger with fresh Vermont cheddar cheese. For dessert, we tried the blueberry pie crepe with toasted streusel, Vermont blueberry compote, and local ice cream. Just a couple minutes from downtown Montpelier is a place called Morse Farm Maple Sugarworks, and they make their own maple syrup here. So of course we had to try some fresh Vermont maple syrup while we're here. Better, huh? We tried to go to the farm in Woodstock yesterday where we got it last year, and we did get some syrup there, but what they didn't have like a big like trying station, like sampling station like they did last year. So we decided that we would try this one. But yeah, if you guys are going to Woodstock, Sugar Bush Farm is excellent. Just don't get there late like we did. Yeah, just don't get there like right before they close. But we're gonna go check this one out today. Hopefully the syrup is just as good. Yeah. All right, we took the little maple trail up into the forest where you can actually see their whole network of how they harvest the maple sap. So tell us about it.
Okay, so I wish there was... Okay, so if you come over here, you'll see... Oh, no.
What? That one's not...
That one's not tapped.
That's a sugar maple right there.
Okay, I'll have to show you a different one. But basically what they do is they tap it into the tree, and then throughout the year it collects the sap. And then it just literally, like, this is the main line here, right here.
Isn't that so cool how they harvest that?
Yeah, and then the sap comes down all the way down. Obviously, this is a more of today's method. It used to be they would tap right into the side of the tree, and you just
like
have
a spout,
bucket.
right?
Yeah, and it would just collect.
So they have to go and collect each bucket.
Right, and it took I want to say 10 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup.
Wow. Crazy. Yeah, the sap definitely gets like has to be refined and reduced to actually make a bottle of maple syrup.
It's crazy.
So it's a lot of work. And what I love about maple syrup, because we saw this last year when we came here, is the fact that like we're just in a woods.
Right.
And they just, you know, there are just a lot of maple trees in Vermont, which is why they're so famous for maple syrup.
Right.
And so they just kind of, they build this in to an existing forest. So unlike most farming, they're not having to tear trees down and really manipulate the land to farm. They're just kind of using what's already here, and just they've created this whole network of these pipes and hoses to collect the sap, and I guess it all goes down into probably like one bucket now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they have a little maple trail for you to walk through and kind of see this, but we're gonna go back down and actually hopefully sample some syrup.
Cool.
When we first have the flavor, we have what is called golden delicate.
Okay.
And that's what we make hopefully when we're first sugaring.
Okay.
It's the lightest in the color and the lightest in flavor.
Gotcha.
So sugaring happens 4 to 6 weeks, end of winter, beginning of spring. And the conditions that we need are very freezing temperatures at night
Okay.
and warm temperatures during the day.
Okay. Oops. Oh man, I lost half of mine. How's that?
It's good.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the lightest one.
That is
Yeah.
the lightest one.
Very good.
I will often put, a quarter cup of this on my pancake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm even though I want to be a purist,
Yeah.
I tend to be more of
Yeah.
the middle ground. But this is the one, like, if you're going to go to a sugar house, you'd only get this at the sugar house because they just don't make enough of it to distribute widely. So
Okay.
when you go to a store, you're typically going to get some of the darker flavor.
Okay. So that's more of like the rare kind of syrup.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I would be surprised to find this, unless you had a more of a high-end gourmet store.
Store.
Might
Okay.
find it. But
Cool.
you're typically going to have, the stronger, bolder flavors when you go to the supermarket.
Gotcha. Okay.
So the next one we have, and we label them with numbers so you can find them when you decide
okay.
what you like and you want to go over and try to find this. So this is number 1,
Okay.
the delicate, the golden delicate, and this is number 2, and this is the amber rich taste.
Okay.
Okay.
So as you see, if you were to compare it,
A little darker.
it's a little
Yeah.
darker.
You could
More
tell
flavor.
when like the maple taste is a little stronger.
Right. So then the next one is called Dark Robust. We have a
Okay.
number 3 on it. Again, just a little bit darker.
Yeah.
See that progression?
Yeah, for sure.
And so basically it's just the time of year that it's taken from the tree determines the darkness of it.
The darkness, it is basically, where in this process, whether you're at the very beginning of the process.
Okay.
Or, the closer you get to the end of sugaring, then it will get darker.
Darker.
So it is a progression.
Okay. Kind of develops more.
Yes.
Yeah, that's definitely stronger.
Mhm.
I like that though a lot.
Yeah, that has a really strong maple taste.
And so when we get to the very end of the season, when the tree is ready to bud,
Yeah.
just before, that's when we got the really dark.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a very strong taste. I developed a new appreciation for this one just because, you can use it, you can get that taste and it pairs so well with coffee,
Oh.
Because it's such a dark.
So-
I like 3 and 4 because it has that strong maple taste.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now one thing I noticed too is like compared to like if people are getting kind of like low grade maple syrup that has a lot of like artificial sugar, it's actually like not as sweet as what you're used to if you're used to that kind of
It's a
syrup.
better maple
It is a
flavor.
strong maple taste and it's sweet, but it's not like overly sugary.
That's definitely a good point. That
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's different from when you're. These are not. They don't. It's just the sap that comes straight out of the tree, and then it's boiled down, and they're boiling the water. They're just evaporating the water
Okay.
out of the sap.
Oh, okay.
So
Gotcha.
there's nothing added to it.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it. wait.
Like the Muffin Man? Do you
do you
know the
him?
Muffin?
Could I touch your donut? Because it's tender. It's tender to the touch.
Don't get him on the vlog anymore.
This is your last episode of the vlog. You've soiled it.
Diabetes.
Are you doing them all?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. No, you're not. There's no point. You're not putting them all in.
Yes, I am. This is nuts. Oh, pear. Rainforest Crunch. Oh, look. The Morse Farm Maple Sugarworks.
It's on Moose.
Like I literally said Morse.
Called the Morse Farm Maple